Got another big boy sub-ohm tank for you jokers out there. That's right, and this is the OBS V-Tank, and this is just the first impressions. Had not even vaped on this thing, but from the research that I've done, it's very promising, okay? It comes with 3 coil heads. That's right, 3 freaking coil heads. That's a big pro from the get-go, right? Okay, also comes with an extra glass tube, 2 Delrin drip tips. One of them is big and wonky. Kind of looks like an exhaust pipe, and the other one looks like just a standard wattage board Delrin drip tip. The research that I've done is that these 3 coil heads that come with this V-Tank are compatible with a TFV8 Cloud Beast and the Blazer, and vice versa. Wow! Again, another big pro from the get-go. She's a 25mm tank, holds a little over 5 mils of juice. You know what? I'm gonna quit rambling and we're gonna go ahead and dive down. I'm gonna show you this thing up close and personal. I'll come back, vape on it for the very first time in front of y'all, and then we'll wrap this sucker up. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna be giving one of these suckers away to one of you lucky random winners. Got it? Let's go. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the packaging for this OBS V sub-ohm tank. And inside that packaging, you're going to receive your OBS V sub-ohm tank, 2 extra 0.15 ohm coil heads, an extra glass tube, a massive Delrin drip tip, 1 extra gasket, an OBS vape band, and last but not least, a V-Tank user manual. Now onto this OBS V sub-ohm tank. Few specs for you. She's primarily made of stainless steel. Comes in 2 different color options. That's what they market, stainless steel or black. In diameter, she's 24.5mm at the base. So from here up, 24.5mm in diameter. And then from the tank section up, she turns a 25.5mm in diameter, so I guess you could average it out to 25mm. Do what you will. Okay, in length, she's 64mm, and then she's got easy top fill, guys. Easy. Just like the engine systems, you got a big old slot open on this side. It's closed off on this side. You just tilt it down like that, fill her up, and they market this thing holds 5.2 mils of e-liquid. And when you're done filling her up, you just push her down, and she's good to go. At the top, she's got a wattage board Delrin drip tip, and just letting you guys know, she's not 510 drip tip compatible. This is not a 510 drip tip, but it's nice and comfortable first impressions, and it is a snuggy duggy fit. And just like I showed you before, it comes with this majorly long Delrin drip tip. This thing is just massive, massive, massive. Okay, 11mm bore up top, just like the other drip tip, and it tapers down at the bottom to 7mm, and this O-ring's already broken, guys. Already broken. It doesn't come with extra O-rings. That's something that's got to be pointed out. That's kind of pointless. I guess I could take the O-rings off of this one, and luckily enough, I've got so many products that I could take an O-ring off another product, but for you guys buying this, that's definitely got to be a con. It's got to be mentioned. Thank goodness they come with this sucker. This is just, it feels so good. It just fits perfect. I haven't had any issues. Well, first impressions hadn't had any issues with these O-rings. It's just right. At the base, she's got a non-protruding, non-adjustable gold-plated 510 pin. 510 threads are smooth, and it also says designed by OBS, and you got the V logo for V-Tank. Oh yeah, and then on the outside of the base, she's got quad adjustable airflow. You grab a hold of this ring and you adjust it. Whatever you adjust on this side is going to be the exact same all across the board, and you can turn it. It does stop. It does stop in this direction, and it is the perfect amount of restrictiveness first impressions. But yeah, that is a buku amount of airflow, boys and girls. Oh yes. Base and coil head unscrew from the tank / shaft section like so, and then here is the coil head that I'm going to be using today. Look at that big old macro coil. What is the measurement there? We got to measure that. So I just took a measurement of the inside of this big old macro coil, and she measured out at 8mm. 8mm bore. That's monstrous. Unscrews from the base. And there she is. Uses organic cotton. Look at your big old feed slots. Says V on this side. Like I said before, 0.15 ohm coil head. Recommended vape 120 to 260 watts. And they say this thing vapes at its best between 140 and 230 watts. And as you guys can see, this coil head kind of concaves in. And it looks to be a parallel coil. Can't wait to vape on this thing. Massive airflow. Massive, massive, massive airflow. Oh yeah, and this is the V4 parallel OCC coil head. And there's the inside of the base section. Threads are decent. They're average for a Chinese product. Nice, I wouldn't say smooth threads, but they're nice fine threads. Oh yeah, here is the tank section that comes off like so. They should have included an extra O-ring. OBS, extra O-ring here, extra O-ring here. Gotta include extra O-rings. You lose an O-ring and it's gone. I mean, you're not gonna have any vacuum. It's gonna be leaking everywhere. That's just something I gotta point out. But yeah, here's the inside. So here's one of the extra coil heads that came with my kit. This is the V10. Look at all those coils up there, man. Coils, coils, coils. You use this organic cotton. Look at those feed slots. It says V10 over here, and it says 0.15 ohm. Recommended vape 60 to 100 watts. And they say this thing vapes at its best between 70 and 90 watts. And here's the other extra coil head that came with my kit. This is the V8, and look, you're going to get more airflow in the V10. You got less coils, but more airflow. Uses organic cotton. Your feed slots, look at those feed slots. It says V on this side. 0.15 ohm, recommended vape 50 to 265 watts. Pop the pre-installed coil back in there, screw her into the base. And for you newbies watching out there, letting you know I'm not going to be using this tank today because I'm giving this sucker away. But if I were going to be using this, you want to prime this sucker up. You always want to prime up coil heads that use organic cotton. And what priming up is you're juicing it up. Juicing up before you fill it up. You want to make sure that cotton is completely saturated because you don't want to burn that cotton. Oh yeah, just to give you guys an example, here's a TFV8 Cloud Beast coil head. This is one of the crazy 0.12 ohm coil heads, as you guys can see, and I'm just going to show you how easy this thing fits in the V-tank and how compatible it is. Screw this sucker into the base of the V-tank, and she goes together so easy. Voila! And here's a Sense Big Blazer coil head just to show you. Okay, watch this. Here's the V-tank base. Compatible. Yeah, buddy. Now here's the black version that I'm going to be using today, and doesn't the black just look sexy? I love the black with the stainless steel accents with the red O-rings. It just looks so damn good, but I can't wait to vape on her for the very first time using the pre-installed coil that comes with this, the V4. Let's do it! So I would say for the first 10 hits, okay, there was a little bit of a break-in. It was just a little bit of an earthy taste, earthy cotton taste, but after that, the flavor started to come through, full-on flavor. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it up to 90 watts. I want to see how this thing produces, and then I'll let you know. Chucking it like a titty topper. Titty topper? What the hell is that? Oh, 90 watts, as you guys can see, the vapor's there. Just chucking tits. I am impressed. You know, the first 10 hits, I was like, I don't know about this. But then after that, it really stepped it up. That's the thing about the Cloud Beast, the TFV8 Cloud Beast. There's really no break-in with those SMOK coil heads. I don't see it anyways. I don't experience that. Again, all this is going to be subjective. Your taste is different than mine. But with this, it seemed like at the beginning, I was getting that earthy cotton taste, and it was pretty strong, and then it just vanished. Now, man, 90 watts. Oh, God, I'm going to take another hit. All your big top sub-ohm tanks like the TFV8 Cloud Beast and like the Big Blazer and like this and like that, all the big brand name sub-ohm tanks, as far as flavor, this is right up there with it. Just first impressions. So yeah, 90 watts, I'll tell you what, I could see that being definitely my sweet spot, but you know what? I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to take her up. Take her up to 120 watts, same airflow, halfway open. Oh yeah, and airflow on this, you get tons, plenty of airflow. But that being said, 120 watts, here we go. So 120 watts is good. The vapor production is about the same. It gets a little bit hotter. Too hot for my taste. Again, all this is going to be subjective, but I like her at 90 watts, guys. 90 watts for this coil head. Just first impressions is my sweet spot. So you guys know the drill. I got to try the other two coil heads out, but you know what? With first impressions, and I mentioned this before, if I come back, that means there's something wrong with this. If I don't, that means this thing is A-okay. But with this coil head, this pre-installed 0.15 ohm big macro, it is kicking the tits, man. Rocking the socks. Hocking the clouds. Blowing my biscuits. She's doing it, and she's doing it well. Now on to the giveaway. Giving away one of these V-tanks to one of you lucky random winners, and in order to participate, here's what you got to do. You got to, 1, be a loyal YouTube subscriber of mine, and 2, got to comment down in the comment section either your Instagram, your Facebook, or your email. One of those will work, and then what I'll do from then is I'll contact one of you lucky random winners probably within the next 3, 4, or 5 days. Get your mailing address and get this bad boy out to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you found it entertaining and helpful, then like the video down below, and if you want to see more of me, subscribe for more. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.